Then he gets his forces to kind of make one last attack, and he's finally able to get to Ibn Ziyad, and he kills him. حمل إبراهيم ابن الأشتر على عبيد الله بن زياد وهو لا يعرفه. When he gets to Ubaydullah doesn't recognize who this person is, who Ibrahim is. فضربه إبراهيم ضربة قطعه نصفين. It says that when Ibrahim struck him, it sliced him in half. Ubaydullah. Then فلما انهزم أصحاب ابن زياد قال إبراهيم لأصحابه إني قتلت رجلا تحت راية منفردة على شاطئ نهر الخازر فالتمسوه فإني شممت منه رائحة المسك. And so he says to his people after, sorry, I misquoted this. When Ibrahim kills this man, he doesn't recognize him as Ibn Ziyad. Not that Ibn Ziyad doesn't recognize him. He doesn't recognize this Ibn Ziyad. He kills this person, and then he notices something funny about him, so he tells his people afterwards, go and find this body that I killed near the bank of the Euphrates. So they go, and then they recognize this is Ibn Ziyad who's been killed. So they behead him, and Ibrahim actually prays in the following. He says, Alhamdulillah alladhi ajra qatlahu ala yadi. Praise be to God who allowed me to be the one to kill him. وَلَمَّا وَضِعَ رَأْسُ ابْنِ زِيَادٍ أَمَامَ الْمُخْتَارِ. They sent the head back to Mukhtar, right? Because he was the one who commanded the mission in the first place. They sent the head of Ibn Ziyad back to Mukhtar. The story goes that it's جَاءَتْ حَيَّةٌ دَقِيقَةٌ فَتَخَلَّدَتْ الرُّؤُوسِ. A small snake came near the head, a very tiny snake, and it kind of started going into the eye and the nose of Ibn Ziyad. حَتَّى دَخَلَتْ فِي فَمِ عُبَيْدِ اللَّهِ بْنِ زِيَادٍ. It entered his mouth. ثُمَّ خَرَجَتْ مِنْ مِنْخَرِهِ. And it came out of one of his nostrils. And it went into the other nostril and then came out of his nose again. And he kept on doing this, and Mukhtar, someone was trying to stop him from doing that. Mukhtar said, no, leave it alone, let it be. The more disgraceful, the better for Ubaydullah. Then, this is narrated in Yaqubi's history. It's a Sunni historian. In Yaqubi's history, he says, وَجَّهَ Mukhtar رَأْسَ عُبَيْدُاللَّهِ إِلَىٰ عَلِيِّ بْنِ Hussein. So Mukhtar, he takes the head of Ubaydullah and he sends it with a messenger to Medina to Imam Sajjad. Imam Zayn al-Abidin. He gives him certain instructions to the guy. He goes to the house of Imam Sajjad. He says, wait for a certain time when all the doors of the house of the Imam open, at that time enter. Because that's the time on a regular basis the Imam would open up his house for all the poor people to come in so that they could be, food could be distributed amongst them. So he says, wait until that time and then enter and then make the announcement and talk to the Imam. So he does this. The man, he waits until the doors open, all the poor people rush in, and as the food is being distributed, then he addresses the Imam. So it said, different narrations about the Imam's response. One narration says, لَمْ يُرَى ضَاحِكًا قَطُّ مُنْذُ قَتْلِ أَبِيهِ. The Imam Sajjad, no one had seen him even smile since Imam Hussein had been killed 5 years prior to this. إِلَّا فِي ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمِ. For the first time when he saw Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad's head in front of him, that's when he finally smiled. It's as though his mourning finally ended when he saw this person killed. And then he ordered, he had a kind of a special store of fruit, very nice fruit from Syria. So he asked for that to be brought and he distributed that amongst the poor people in celebration of the head of Ibn Ziyad coming to him. And then it says that even the women of the Ahlul Bayt, they hadn't really cared for themselves. Like it was almost like they were in a state of mourning for all this time. And then finally on this day, they groomed themselves and decorated themselves. Kind of had a celebration finally that Ibn Ziyad had been killed. Imam Baqir says, "La tasubbu Mukhtar." A lot of people are kind of confused about what should we think about Mukhtar, because he, you might think, like, should he wait for the Imam to take revenge? Why did he act on his own? Right? But the Imams themselves, the later Imams, they praise Mukhtar and say, don't say anything bad about him. Imam Baqir says, "La tasubbu Mukhtar," and don't say anything bad about him. Don't curse him or anything like that. فَإِنَّهُ قَتَلَ قَتَلَتَنَا. He was responsible for killing those who killed us. وَطَلَبَ ثَأْرَنَا. He avenged our death, the death of our people, our family. وَزَوَّجَ أَرَامِلَنَا. He was, one of the things he did was he took the orphan, like the widows from our family, of the Ahlul Bayt, and he was able to marry them off to righteous people, good people. وَقَسَمَ فِينَا الْمَالَ عَلَى الْأُسْرَةِ. And when we didn't have money to support ourselves, then he was responsible for collecting money and sending it to us to help us to live. So he was a very good man. Don't say anything bad about Mukhtar. Then Abdullah ibn Zubayr is the son of Zubayr ibn Awam, a cousin of the Prophet, the same Zubayr, called Zubayr. Abdullah ibn Zubayr was an evil man. Imam Ali says that Zubayr was a good person until Abdullah was born. When Abdullah was born, he corrupted his father. He was really the cause of the battle of Jamal. He was the one who instigated Jamal and kept his father there. His father realized he was wrong and he wanted to leave the battle and stop fighting against Imam Ali. But Abdullah kept on taunting him, saying, "No, keep on doing it." Okay, so Abdullah ibn Zubayr, he's kind of at a high post at this point. When he learns about Mukhtar's revolution, he sends an army to fight against Mukhtar. وَدَارَتْ الْمَعْرِكَةُ بَيْنَهُمَا عِنْدَ الْقَصْرِ. So in Kufa, a battle ensues between Mukhtar's army, the Tawabin, and then Abdullah ibn Zubayr's army. In that battle, Mukhtar is finally killed. One last story. قال عبد الملك بن عمير كنت عند عبد الملك بن مروان بقصر كوفة. So this guy, he's kind of an advisor to Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, one of the first of the Umayyad kings after Yazid, if I'm not mistaken. كنت بهذا الموضع مع عبيد الله بن زياد. So when he's there, at that point, the head of حين جاء برأس مصعب بن الزبير فوضع بين يديه. So the head of this one commander who was supposed to fight against Mukhtar, it came and was presented to Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. This guy remembers that I was right here in this place with the previous ruler when the head of Ibn Ziyad was brought. And I was also here at the time when the previous ruler was there and the head of someone else was brought. And what it ends up being was that Abdul Malik ibn Marwan is now next in line. Because this person, it seems like whenever he's next to the ruler, a couple of years later, the same ruler his head ends up in the same palace. So Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, his way of trying to trick Allah is he has the whole palace in Damascus destroyed, hoping that that's somehow going to save this again. So it's just a symbol of the futility of these people. That instead of fixing yourself and acting righteously, they're trying to continue in their own way, do exactly what they want to do, and then trick Allah somehow by killing a person here or sabotaging a person there. And they never learn their lesson, and they, inshallah, will enter the fire. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Lord, we ask you to forgive us and have mercy on us. Send your blessings and mercy on Muhammad and the family of Muhammad. Yeah. Please increase us in knowledge. Help us to be insatiable and have thirst for knowledge. Help us to learn the Quran, the proper meaning of the Quran. Help us to learn the law, all the limits that you've set down for us, all those obligations that we must do, and all the prohibited things that we must stay away from. And once you teach us, increase us in knowledge, and increase us in action, so that we act according to every piece of knowledge that we have. Do not let us follow in the footsteps of the misguided, from the children of Israel, from the Christians, or from the enemies of the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt. Let us never act in their sunnah. Let us be close and devoted followers of Ahlul Bayt. Inshallah, when Imam Mahdi rises up, let us be there with him to support him, to confirm him, to fight with him, and to inshallah die with him.